Hey YouTubers, I use a lot of these little plastic tubs I get at Walmart. They're small, I think they're under $1 a piece. I use a lot of them, and then I take a file card and cut it down and use a Sharpie and write on the front of them what's in the box. It helps me find stuff quicker and it's just more organized. The problem is right there, right there, right in there's a bunch more. There's some more right there. Let's walk down through here. There's some there. You can see some down there in that corner. And there's even some back up underneath here. It's time to do something about this cluster. At work the other day, we drew up a program and I burnt 6 of these, and those will be the ones going vertical. There's the ends and the back panel. Let's see if I can widen out here. There's the back panel, and over here I've got the end panel. You can see the slots are in those too. This is the one going horizontal, so the shelves or those tubs will be sitting on these, and the shorter ones over here behind me will be the supports in between each tub. Where am I going to put this big monster? Okay, it's going to be 35 inches tall and 56 inches wide. And where's this monster going? Way down here at the end of this workbench, there's a spot that has become a catch-all. And that shelf is going to go underneath this shelf, back against that wall, and set down this way. I'm going to move all these bolt bins and stuff. They are going to come way down this way. I'm going to make a lot of room by pulling those out and getting rid of those gaps. I may have to scoot this down a little bit, but this one and this one are different from the rest of them, and you can see they're taller. Well, I have 2 down here that are the same as those, so these 2 are going to go right over there. Then it'll be pretty much level, and I can move that shelf with all my oils on it down this way. And I think I got it all measured out right. So let's get to building. Okay, it's been a real picnic to get to this point. I got one of the short ones here with the slots pointing down, and I got all the long ones. I got 4 of them. I got the last one to put in. I figured I'd let you watch the last one. Now it'll be just a matter of slipping the short ones, which should be a lot less dramatic. Should.
My buddy at work didn't understand why I thought it was going to be a real pain in the neck. All you got to do is slip them in. There. 4 more to go. Okay, I got it all together. And now we're going to make, and I got it pretty well squared up. And this is how I did it. I hooked it right there and measured to this corner. That's the only pretty reasonably secure spots I've got. Solid spots. And that's 47 and 5/8. Then I came over here and did the same thing. And I have exactly 47 and 5/8. So that is close enough for who it's for. Now, I made this little square out of some 1/4-inch plate at work. Just burn a little square out that will fit in here so I can make sure everything's square when I'm welding it. Now you can see there's some movement and there's movement this way. I think the best thing for me to do would be to weld on, tack it on the pieces all the way around the outside. And then I have a solid place to measure from to each different slat. And get them. This doesn't have to be perfect, but it'd be nice if it was, if I put it on the shelf over there where I'm going to put it, wasn't all whopper jawed. So Friday night, I'm done for the day. We'll get started Saturday morning on this project. Be right back. Okay, I've got all 4 sides on and tacked along the edges real good. But I think I've got a bow going like that. So I've got it square, except this is sagging that way, I think. So what I'm going to do is lay the back on it. Okay, as you can see, I got a little bow out there. I'm right on the corner. And if you come back to this corner and go this way, I'm pretty flush there. And then that corner sticks up a little bit. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just going all the way around it, tacking it in place to get everything square, and then flipping it over and welding all the little shelves on the other side, and then reaching through and welding it and just be done with it that way. Here we go. Where it attach the ground. I don't have one of those magnetic things to attach it. And I'll just cut that loose when I'm done. You always want to start at one spot. So I'm going to start here and work my way that way, then come back here and go that way. Then if everything else is right, it should be good on the other 2 sides. I hope you could see how I did that. By starting here and going that way, I was able to adjust it and have more leverage down at that end to get this all even through here. Now I'll do the same thing along there, and then all the way around. Then I'll be able to stand it up, and it'll be pretty solid, and I'll get all the shelving welded in. Before I stand it up, I'll cut this off and grind it smooth, and then I can just clip to one of the front of one of them shelves and get my ground. Let me get on with it. This side here looks excellent now. And so does this one. So I'll just go ahead and weld it the rest of the way around, or tack it on there like I got it. And then we'll start from the other side. Okay, what is it they say, FYI? When I brought this home and weighed it, it's over around 210 pounds. And now it's sitting flat face down on the floor with no handles to pick it up. Try this. Get my fingers under until I get a good grip, because I don't want that 16 gauge coming down on my fingers. Hold it! Woo! And I still got to get it up on my shelf back there. Now while I got it here, I'll weld the two tops, make sure everything looks square. Use my little square I made. And get this all welded together on the front. And then I'm going to have to reach through to get the back. I hung the tape measure on there so I can just look at the tape measure, make sure I got 5 inches in between each one, and then pull the side in, make sure it's tight, and give a little tack weld. At most, they're only about a 1/16 off of the mark. Well, this is another one of those times when I could use a knock, knock, knock on my shop door. This shelving unit weighs 210 pounds when I weighed it, unloading it from my truck before I built it. And now I got to get it up on this shelf. I have cleared out this whole area back here, and boy, does my shop look like a mess. But it's going to make a big difference once I get everything put back away. Maybe I can clear out this at the end of the shelving, this shelving, turn it, set it down this way, pick it up and slide it in. Let me try that. Someone forgot to hit record. You missed all the fun. It's up here on the bench, but I knew it was going to be a little too tall. I was hoping I could tip it in, come underneath here, and stand it back up. I don't think I can do that by myself. In fact, I don't know, because there's plenty of room once I get behind this 2x4 to rotate it back up. But I just don't know if we're going to be able to do that. A 1/4 inch. I'm going to have to think about this. Didn't think I could do it, did ya? Well, I took those 2 screws out right there in that 2x4 and I knocked it over that way, which let the tabletop come down, and it just still wouldn't fit. So I put that jack right there on top of that beam, and that little 2x2 down there set on top of the jack and went up to there, and I used it to push the countertop down just enough. I slid it home. Didn't know a old geezer like me could get the best of a 210-pound steel shelving unit, did ya? Now to load it up. Well, it's a little after 5:30 in the evening, and I think I'm done. I've only got 5 empty tubs ready for something to go in them. Spent all day on this, but I kind of figured I was going to spend a couple days on it, so I'm glad to have it done. I've moved a whole bunch of stuff down through there. The table's a wreck right now. I got more room up above where I pulled a bunch of these out, so I've got some room to store some of this stuff. Some of this stuff is going to get pitched. I just keep too much stuff just in case I might need it sometime, and the day after I throw it away and it's gone, I'll need it, but oh well. Thanks for watching this long, drawn out, chopped up video.